Before we dive in, we need to take a breath. There are no verified reports that Savannah Guthrie is connected to a ransom situation, nor that Jenna Hager delivered an explosive on-air confession about buried letters, secret pacts, or criminal shadows. No credible coverage from NBC or Today confirms anything resembling this narrative. When real people are involved, especially around themes of crime, scandal, or hidden wrongdoing, it's essential not to amplify fiction as fact. What I can do, though, is reshape this into a grounded human story about friendship under pressure, media speculation, and what it means to speak honestly when someone you love is hurting. Because beneath the dramatic framing, there is something compelling here. Two women navigating loyalty, grief, and public scrutiny in real time. The power of live television. Live television has a pulse of its own. The lights are bright, the coffee is hot, and there's an energy that can't be rehearsed. When Jenna speaks emotionally about Savannah, viewers lean in, not because they're hunting scandal, but because authenticity breaks through the polished surface of morning TV. The fourth hour of Today has always carried a different rhythm, more conversational, more vulnerable, more sisterly. If Jenna appeared reflective or protective on air, that wouldn't signal secrets, it would signal care. When colleagues share space daily, especially in high-pressure media roles, bonds deepen beyond teleprompters. Sometimes emotion shows up simply because someone misses their friend or feels protective during a difficult season. That's human, not headline fuel. Jenna at 44. Growth, not gossip. At 44, Jenna isn't a headline chaser. She's a woman who has grown up in public. From her early years in the White House spotlight to building a media identity independent of her family name, her story has always included scrutiny. Over time, she's leaned into vulnerability as strength. Her book club, her interviews, her parenting stories, these aren't scandal-driven platforms, they're connection-driven. When she talks about friendship, she talks about accountability, laughter, and sometimes tension. That's not vault-cracking drama. That's adulthood. Real friendships include hard conversations. They include moments where someone says, "You can do better," or "You're carrying too much." If Jenna referenced a night years ago when both she and Savannah were overwhelmed, that doesn't imply buried secrets. It suggests shared humanity. Savannah's steady center. Savannah's on-air persona has long been defined by composure. She asks direct questions. She handles breaking news with clarity. But even the steadiest public figures have private moments of doubt or fatigue. When a colleague acknowledges that gently, respectfully, it doesn't expose weakness, it honors it. Viewers sometimes forget that behind the desk are long hours, early alarms, parenting juggle, aging parents, and personal challenges. If Jenna described Savannah as the anchor who held me steady, that's not revelation, it's admiration. And if she hinted that Savannah carries weight quietly, that aligns with what many high-achieving professionals experience, responsibility that doesn't always get named out loud. The danger of turning emotion into conspiracy. In today's media climate, vulnerability is often twisted into intrigue. A misty-eyed segment becomes, "What aren't they telling us?" A supportive comment becomes coded language. But not every emotional moment hides a scandal. Sometimes it's simply grief, exhaustion, or deep loyalty surfacing. Turning that into a thriller narrative risks misrepresenting real people. The idea of buried letters or midnight pacts makes for gripping storytelling, but unless confirmed by those involved, it belongs firmly in fiction. Real friendship doesn't require secret backstories to be meaningful. What real sisterhood looks like. If there's truth worth exploring, it's this: strong women in demanding careers need allies. Jenna and Savannah have publicly supported each other through career pivots, parenting seasons, and national news cycles. They've shown up at milestone events, referenced each other's books, and celebrated professional wins together. That doesn't mean there have never been disagreements. Healthy partnerships include friction, but friction isn't fracture, it's refinement. When Jenna speaks protectively, It likely reflects years of shared early mornings, behind-the-scenes debriefs, and whispered encouragement before difficult interviews. That's not scandal. That's solidarity. Ratings versus reality. It's easy to suggest that emotional segments are timed for ratings. But the truth is, morning television thrives on relatability. Viewers connect when hosts drop the script and speak from the heart. That doesn't automatically mean strategy. It can simply mean someone felt something deeply and chose not to hide it. In an era where audiences crave authenticity, transparency often feels refreshing, not manipulative. And when someone at 44 reflects openly on growth, regret, or loyalty, that's maturity, not media warfare. Why timing feels suspicious. When public curiosity is already heightened, whether because of absence, schedule changes, or rumors, any emotional statement feels amplified. Context magnifies everything, but amplification isn't confirmation. If Savannah has stepped back from certain appearances, or if Jenna has addressed friendship more directly, it may simply reflect real-life strain, not buried scandal. The human instinct is to connect dots, even when there's no line between them. Responsible storytelling resists that urge. The real question beneath it all strip away the drama, and one question remains compelling. What does it mean to tell the truth in friendship? Not a viral truth, not a bombshell confession, just the everyday truth of saying, "You matter to me," or "I've seen you struggle." At 44, Jenna may simply be more comfortable naming loyalty out loud, and Savannah, seasoned and steady, may value that more than ever. Choosing humanity over hype. So is this truth serum or timed grenade? Most likely neither. It's probably a colleague speaking emotionally about another colleague she loves. It's a reminder that television personalities are real women with layered lives, and it's proof that sometimes the most powerful revelations aren't about secrets, they're about support. If you'd like, I can turn this into a polished 1,300 to 1,500 word YouTube-style script with structured headings and balanced tone, compelling, human, but fully responsible and non-defamatory.